live.
Oh, I'm live too, Cleo. I have clicked start streaming. We're gonna see if this is actually gonna go. Okay.
Is it actually
It's-
gonna go?
is it
You
gonna
know
go?
what I'm looking forward to after this stream ends?
What? Not talking to me for 2 weeks?
No, I was actually going to say packing up this stuff
Uh-huh.
that is like hundreds of little tiny rolls of tape.
Oh.
So yeah. So having this stuff put away in a box labeled Craft Streams with Joe, so that not next week, but the week after, I can do a craft stream with Joe and know which box to open.
That's smart.
Hi, chat.
The chat. It's everybody in the chat. Welcome.
Well, at the moment it's just Snowmeath, but you know.
Welcome,
oh no, it's
Snow.
everybody now. Hi everybody and Snowmeath. Yeah. So yeah, me and Joe were just talking about my move, and Joe's got a lot of trip-related stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I was telling Cleo next time you need somebody to drive up there in jolly old Scotland. Now that I've driven in another northern country, Canada, I feel much more comfortable driving around in foreign countries. So, yeah.
You see?
I was a little bit worried because I had not driven a car since the accident, other than to drive the car
The
to,
unfortunate incident.
Yeah, ever since my car was destroyed, I haven't driven a car. So it's like, okay, so I'm driving an unfamiliar vehicle in a foreign country. And I had tried to rent a mid-sized sedan because that seemed affordable, but like, you know, it would have like room for luggage.
Oh, were you okay with actually getting a car? Because I know you said that was an issue where you were.
Renting cars in the United States is very hard right now, but we were in Canada, and they have different corporate policies there.
Okay.
So, yeah, because in America, for those of y'all who don't know, during the pandemic, the American rental car companies sold all their fleets, and then they planned to buy back new cars once the travel picked up again. But then the car industry was really slow and expensive, and so there's a huge rental car shortage in the United States.
Whoopsie doodle.
Whoops, yeah.
Yay,
It's like, oh, we thought, basically they were like, oh, well, the demand for cars is going to drop in the next few years, so we'll sell all the ones that we have now when people really want them for a lot of money during the pandemic, and then we'll buy them when there's cheap, when the market's glutted. But the market isn't glutted.
Oh, but they didn't anticipate the carbon fiber being turned off in America.
Yeah, all sorts of fun little problems with the supply chain, basically. Chip shortages, all sorts of stuff have made it very hard for the manufacturers to get the cars made. And so the rental car companies in America right now are just charging an arm and a leg. But luckily, Canada... Oh, Toast Boy says, Canadian drivers aren't terrible so long as you aren't near a big city. Oh, you know, like Toronto, right? Yeah. So that's the thing.
Did you find them terrible, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
No. But I am gonna say, like, we did fly into like the big city. Toronto is, of course, one of Canada's most recognizable metropolises on account of it having like
Metropoli.
a lake. Metropoli.
Pretty sure it's Metropoli. Thank you, Gwen, for the birth of the cow biddies and Canada. I think you're full of metropolize. Canna Russia has resubscribed for 27 months, says, glad to catch the stream, excited for any new series that may or may not be coming on my channel that we will not talk about.
No, you're not
Joe's
talking.
Here.
Well, I've got a top secret series launching the same
That's
time.
True.
So,
that's true.
You know, there's that.
You gotta keep,
which people might assume that these are the same project, even because there's so many overlapping elements in terms of the recording and publishing times and things.
There was I know about your big recording session because I also had a big recording session.
Yes, and we weren't possibly at the same one at all.
No.
We weren't both hanging out with Impulse or anything.
No, I can categorically say that Impulse does not appear in my video.
Oh, dang it. I was trying to think of the one person that might be in both.
He is in my video, it's true. I nailed it! You nailed it. Like, to be fair, like, there are a lot of people. Don't do this to me again.
Don't do what to you again?
Look, I'm not saying that Joe and me are in the same series. I'm saying that we've both had a very big recording session.
Yes,
recently.
And so Cleo, my stream today is actually going to be making some props for my intro episode to this series.
Yeah.
So I realized I needed a Doom Guy helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through a lot of online resources for like papercraft Doom Guy helmets and things like that. And at the end of the day, I realized what's actually the funniest option here is just to print off a piece of paper with Isuma's skin.
Chill. Yes?
Oh, where's my train whistle?
Oh, it's a train whistle. Yep.
Hold on.
Thank you, Skulls, for the 31 months resub. Good morning. Well, we've not said that Joe is in the Life series.
No.
I have not categorically confirmed or denied that the Life series is recorded.
Yeah, and
I'm just saying that we have both had. These are the facts, guys. This is what you need to know. I've had a big recording session. Joe has had a big recording session. We're both going through massive edit modes.
I'm looking at the footage, and I'm just like,
so long.
I'm like, I either need to throw out half of this, or make masks of the other hermits, and then show this footage with me in front of the green screen pantomiming with their like in a skin costume of them, because like this is either so dramatic and stupid, I need to make it more dramatic and stupid, or I just need to say, you know what, this footage is incomprehensible. I feel like me interpreting it with arm motions and stuff might help.
Possibly. Other people have confirmed it. I haven't confirmed it, though, so
yeah, you don't
why
know,
are we suggesting that it's confirmed on my stream?
Well, you don't know what Cleo's in or out of.
Yeah, I might not be in the Life series.
Yeah.
Might not. I'm not recording anything on Monday.
Oh.
I'll have you know. This Monday coming, not recording anything.
Yeah, and I haven't been incredibly busy behind the scenes preparing anything special that's going to be out in the next few days either. So, yeah.
No.
Okay. So, we need to take a piece of paper with Azuma's face on it and turn it into an Azuma mask.
I mean, surely you just get a scream mask.
Okay, so, Cleo, here's the thing. Is this second mic on? Test.
No, it's not. Or if it is, I'm not getting it through
Test.
very well.
Here we go. Second mic.
That's fine.
There we go. Second mic is now on, so I can be at the craft station. So, what were we? Oh no, I feel like we were just talking about a thing.
Yeah. We never said the series were related.
No, they might not be cousins even.
No.
Oh no, I've completely blanked on what I was gonna do. Oh yeah. You were talking about the scream mask thing. So that's
yeah.
So that's actually part of it. I'm going to make a papercraft Isuma mask that I am going to like put like a string around, so you know it like goes in front of my face or whatever. But
right.
I'm gonna actually wear that over a scream mask. I feel like that'll really sell it.
You do.
I feel like that'll really sell it. So, papercraft Asuma mask. Here we go.
You were out most of yesterday. Oh, also, I asked everybody yesterday that whenever we see Blaze, you must call Blaze cute, because it would make them froth at the mouth. I don't remember why we had that conversation, chat, but I do remember having that conversation.
Does it have to be the word cute? Is it like, because Blaze hates four-letter words that end with E?
Like kryptonite. It's like that kryptonite.
So we can't use other words. Like, we can't be like, Blaze, you're adorable, warable.
Oh, you're so cutesy woosey. Oh, we love your little Blaze. We're going to be sure to your cheeky wickies. We all definitely heard that Blaze is cute yesterday, right?
Okay.
You might want to go back and watch the stream, Blaze. It was a definite thing that definitely happened. I'm not just making this up. Oh, they're leaning into it. Oh, they're leaning into it.
Oh, which planet?
That means we gotta lean into it harder,
I've been reading a lot of these
Joe.
Cosmere books lately.
Oh. Nikki has resubscribed for 11 months. Says, how many months? 11! Nearly 12.
Dun, dun, dun. Dramatic sting.
Someone would even say you're beautiful. No, that's a different thing. Cute is internal. Beautiful is just outer beauty. And we don't care about outer beauty here. We care about internal beauty.
You're beautiful.
Cuteness.
You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your blaze in a lonely place, and I don't know what to do.
Can I just say, Joe, I appreciate your yes-anding.
I do what I can.
It's always nice to have you around because you're just like, yes, and!
Oh, I try. I gotta say though, these large group recordings, I have not recorded an intro to a new series since Hermitcraft Season 9 started. I don't think I was ready.
No, I don't think you probably were. It's just like, could everyone please just shut up and let one person at a time talk? No, everybody's got to be the master of their own destiny. Live.
Oh yeah. And it's like one person's just like, okay, my computer says it's using 100% of RAM and the game won't start. I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be right back. And then in text, like 3 minutes later, my computer's refusing to power up. You know, it's just like
I didn't realize the mod pack was that heavy.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, you know that voice chat mod does a. Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one that'll do it.
No, but this person was saying that
I like the people that are just trickling and going, wait, what? Because they're the people that are like, I've heard about the live series. Please talk more about this situation.
Nobody's allowed to talk about their projects right now.
No.
I mean, we can talk about our craft projects. I'm making a Doom Guy mask.
I'm making a mess. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna show people my timetable for the next week.
Okay, does this actually fit on my face? Oh yeah, this will be
so.
Great.
Hello, chat. This is what I'm doing instead of hanging out with you guys. Next week.
Where's my cutting board?
This is where I just double check that I haven't made a mess with the recording because I put that at the front. The recording dates. No. Look. On Monday, I'm not recording.
What?
I'm going to Scotland with Abby and the cats. Oh, and Abby, look at that. I come back. And on Tuesday, I pack for the last minute.
Tuesday
and then
the packs.
Honestly, transporting cats with Abby is going to be a job. To be fair, Abby they just have to get in the car because the cats will already be there.
Mm-hmm.
See, Cameron isn't there. No, Cameron is not here. On Wednesday, they're coming to collect my things and I have to drive back up to Scotland after driving down the day before. Everyone take a drink. What happens to the cats on Tuesday? Oh, I leave Abby there. I leave Abby in Scotland with the cats. Because Abby can be trusted with cats. Nothing else, but with live animals.
Okay, so people are trying to guess in my Discord what the series is that we're talking around.
Oh,
and the best guess so far is a decked out dubstep series. I don't know if that's like all of us as DJs standing in front of the door to the dungeon and like bodies of our friends are thrown out the doors occasionally when the drop hits.
Mm. Did I leave Abby? Oh my goodness. Did I leave Abby food? No. Because I've left... Abby has a phone and an internet connection. And I'm going to leave Abby money. That's how we work! Yeah. Libraborn has gifted 10 Stream Weeks packs to the community. Thank you!
Thank you.
Hearts to everybody who has donated and stuff. You are great. Because I need the money because I just paid a lot of money to people to move my stuff. And I'm not sure I couldn't replace all my stuff for that amount of money. The desire to just leave everything here and just go.
I get that. I do. No, because like there was one move where I basically went through my most of what I have to move that's not furniture, and like the furniture I have is like mostly IKEA stuff that could be replaced. The stuff that I have to move that's not furniture is books, and so I went through. I had like maybe something like 13 12-inch by 18-inch by 12-inch boxes of books, and I was like, okay, 8 boxes of these books are books that I could replace easily. There are copies of things like Shakespeare plays or Tom Sawyer or stuff that every bookstore is going to have. The other 5 boxes are things that it's like, oh, this was one printing from a small press. You're never gonna get this again, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
I get it.
I kept the 5 boxes of books that I would not be able to easily replace. And
I get you.
And I sold the other 8 boxes. And like I got almost nothing for those 8 boxes of books because they were all books where they were like, "Oh good, another copy of The Great Gatsby. What do we do with that?" But it was the point was though, I was just like, it would be easier to buy these again as I need them than to move these 8 boxes.
Yeah, no, I absolutely 100% get that. I'm going to use the Sharpie that I got with the cards. Because I've lost all my pens. I've put my pens away. I've packed.
Hey, we got not a copy of The Great Gatsby. We got a tip rolling in from Sydney for 10. Thank you. Every dollar that rolls in during this stream, my camera will rotate 1 degree angular. So here we go, rotating to 10 degrees. D. Okay. Blaze says, how often do you even need The Great Gatsby? Me? I need it every day. Hey, Shalom, thank you for tipping 5 as well, who says, great to see you on the internet again, Joe. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just back from Canada. I guess we should probably talk a little bit about that trip, if you're up for hearing about exciting travel stuff, Cleo.
Oh, I am down for the travel stuff. What we're doing, making bullet journals. Joe's making a mask of Azuma for reasons that I have no idea about.
No, this is completely inscrutable.
Yeah, I don't know why this is happening.
No.
We've not had a secret recording session at all.
Nope. But yeah, I'm totally not going to wear this over a Scream mask. I'm going to wear this over a Scream mask.
Don't tell them, it ruins the surprise.
I don't know. I think the Etho with the Kakashi headband underneath it sticking out is going to be the better one.
Yeah. Etho's now my friend. It's weird. I don't like it. We've had this we've had this friendly rivalry for a while. Like, we've always been friends, but he was nice to me and he got it on tape in a video and it feels weird and I don't know how to deal with it because the only way I can respond to Etho is by snarking at him. And he snarks back and it's like, and now we've been nice to each other on video and it's not good.
Oh no. Yeah, so
it feels weird.
This is actually working pretty well. The eyes are about the right distance for me to see through here. Can you hear me at all? Like, does it sound weird through the paper?
No, you sound fine.
Okay, cool. Yay. Okay, so now we gotta make this better.
Make it better, Joe. Stronger, faster.
Well, that actually is that is the next step. We're going to be reinforcing this so that way I can wear it.
But is faster the step after? Is Etho still scared of me? Etho's never been scared of me. He's just doing a bit.
What? Etho doing a bit? I
know!
It's
inscrutable.
Okay.
Archeator tipped $20 and says a little something to help with moving costs. Thank you. And Campsim Stoppy has resubscribed for 7 months. Says, happy 7 months to amazing streamer and content creator. I'll sure to pass the message along. Love your videos. Thanks for all the work. Hearts.
And thank you very much to Chloe the Great and Powerful for tipping another 14 who says, 1 copy of The Great Gatsby. You know, Gatsby turned out all right in the end. It's that foul dust that floated in the wake of his dreams that made me withdraw from humanity for a time. But, okay, so...
Can I let you know a secret, Joe?
What, Cleo?
I've never read The Great Gatsby. It's an American book. We don't really teach it.
No, that's fine. Well, there was some British author that you were like, this person is like considered like one of the bedrocks of literature here, and I was just like, I googled them, and they're like, well, widely taught in Britain, this person is completely unknown outside of that small island. I'm like, okay,
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
that's fair.
Small island. We're quite a large island, thank you.
Are you?
We're reasonably hefty.
Uh-huh.
We're not massive, but we're reasonably sizable for an island.
Yeah, that's the tourist slogan I saw at the airport. The United Kingdom. We're reasonably sized for an island.
I've seen tiny islands. I've been on islands I could walk across in a day.
I've been on islands you could walk across in 5 minutes because we flooded a lot of Tennessee to electrify things.
I believe you.
Yeah. There's some little hilltops poking out in our lakes and stuff.
Aw, that sounds cute.
Tennessee is actually one of the best places to go scuba diving because there's like, you know, entire farms and stuff underwater now.
Mm-hmm.
From like the 1910s and 1920s.
Been on an island you can walk 2 in a day here in the Netherlands. That's true. That's true. You talk about your island the same way, guys. Some guys talk about their... Thank you, Blaze. It took me a second to realise where that sentence was going, but I stopped. Sort of.
There you go. There you go.
Also, Blaze, no.
Okay. So, the next tricky part of this is making... So I need to reinforce it, and I also need to make it so that I can wear it on my head without it, like...
Hey, Vegan Cowboy tipped $10 saying thank you. Well, actually didn't say thank you. I said thank you and gave the hearts.
Woo!
Because... Honestly, like, make no bones about it. I could do with a cash injection. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Same.
I'm sure Joe feels the same.
Yeah, I just didn't work for a week, which is
Sour bean.
Not unstressful at all.
I did something very similar, so
yeah.
I'm gonna go. No gross beans right now.
Nope.
I've only got the 2.
All of the Moon says, can we see the other side of the mask? Yeah, I'll flip it over real quick. Well, actually, you know what? I'll put it on. So right now I have to hold it up manually. Honestly, in some ways, this is funnier if I do it like with a popsicle. You know where you get a paint stirrer and you put it...
True skulls.
In some ways, this is funnier if I get like a paint stirrer. And I've just like hold up... I could be like swapping the masks as I go. I don't have paint.
That sounds like something you would do, Joe, yes.
So I'm like, what do I have that's made of wood that I could shatter to make into paint stirrers? But it'd be way more visually amusing holding the masks up and like trying to gesture and then remembering, oh no, I gotta hold this in place. And then, because like the string, I know the string is not a good solution. I know that. I was just, like, that was just expedient, you know? Paint stirrers are free if you get to a Home Depot. Yeah, that's like saying breadsticks are free if you get to an Olive Garden.
You've got to get there.
Yeah, there's an intermediate step here that we have not really fully explored the requirements or implications of. But, okay.
Thank you, Salem, for the $10 tip. Says it's from Salem. Money! I appreciate that. And Pseudo Microthorax Ubis has purchased Stream News Packs. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Hearts for you too. Gonna lurk? You can lurk. That's fine.
You can lurk if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't lurk while Zombie Cleo works and they're no friends of mine. Hey, we got another tip.
I mean, yeah, bring lots of people to lurk.
I also have a tip from Salem, who might have copied and pasted this and writes money and then has a smile.
Money.
But either way, I appreciate it. It's the money that counts, not the thought. Thank you, Salem. And then
Shifty Pumpkin tipped. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was gonna say Shifty Pumpkin tip 25. And it says, "Oh, hi, Asuma. Nice of you to take over for Joe today. Did you know he lives in Nashville?" That's gonna bring me up to 54. Or yeah.
Shifty Pumpkin tipped me 25 and says, "For the Keeping Abby Alive and Mostly Contained 64. In Scotland Fund."
Nice.
I don't think you can contain Abby anywhere. Let
alone in Scotland.
Oh. Hey. And Rachel tipped $10 and said, "Recently started working after graduating. Yay! What better to do than thank you for the past couple of years of entertainment. Hearts. Thank you. Thank you."
I got a tip here from Sandra who says spenda and tips 9. That brings me up to 73. Salem does inform me.
Spenda.
Woo. Salem informs me in the chat these were hand-typed identical messages, not copied and pasted. So I appreciate the artisanal effort there, Salem.
Artisanal money. I got a smiley face with mine. Yeah. So
no, I had the same. I said I had a smiley face with the D, capital D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the same messages.
I'm not special. It's fine.
No, you're not. But the thing is, Cleo,
wow, Joe.
That's one of those.
Thanks.
That's
You're one of my favorite people. I guess.
No, that's one of those. That's one of those lies that society tells us, is that we all have to be special to be important. We can be important and meaningful without being special.
Everyone's special though. That's the problem.
Don't get caught up in it.
Everyone's special, so it doesn't matter. Say you can be important without being special. You're all special anyway because you're all important. That's how being a human works. And you're all 10s, by the way.
I'm 10s?
And Megs.
I thought I was
10s.
Pretty relaxed.
They're all 10s. I mean, you're always tense, Joe, even when you're mostly relaxed.
Yeah.
But you're also a 10.
I am like
everyone's
a clock
10 because we don't rely on numerical value judgment systems because it's stupid. Meg's resubscribed for 31 months and Captain Jazz Hands. Jazz Hands,
Captain
not Jazz
Hands.
Hands. Not Jazz Hands. Jazz with S's. Cheered 200 biddies, which is the Barbara biddies, and finally deep cleaning the bathroom. Thanks for being amusing. Hey, that's what we're here for. Finger guns, because how to tell if somebody is a bisexual? They're either a thumbs up bisexual or they're a finger guns bisexual. The only two versions.
Apparently, according to my chat, I'm putting the tense in tense-a-c. Thanks.
I hate that.
You're not
I hate
wrong,
that for you,
though,
Joe.
is the thing.
It's not wrong, but I hate that for you, Joe.
Okay, so
Jazz Hands homosexual. Yeah.
Let's find things that could be used as paint stirrers. Oh, okay. Here's the cardboard box my Apple Pencil came in.
Yeah, that could work. The peace sign bisexual doesn't exist in the UK really because that's a swear, and that's peace. Yeah. But Americans often do that for peace, and it really throws us like 100%. Oh, Blazers tipped 10. Let's see what the message is. $10 for Cleo for being the best streamer. I never remember to check if they're live, despite really wanting to watch more often.
That's nice.
That's okay. Blaze, I can be the best streamer you never remember to watch. That's fine, because I'm not your comfort streamer, Blaze.
What's a comfort streamer?
It's the person you put on when you're in a really bad mood. It's the person you put on, the stream that you put on in the background, that just has a really soothing voice. I'm not soothing. I get that.
Oh, you know that there's like a meme where like the psychiatrist is like, "What do we do when we're upset?" And then the person says something really destructive, and the psychiatrist is like, "No." Yeah, it's like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, "What do I do when I'm upset?" I'm like, whatever I was going to do otherwise, because if I don't, the clothes won't get clean.
But just
we won't
angrily.
Have dinner. Yeah, I'm just like, what do I do when I'm upset? Make dinner. Like, because if I don't, I have a hungry child. Like, wow. Imagine having options. Like,
you have a soothing voice. I can have a soothing voice. I also have a voice that gets really high pitched and weird at times. it's something about the sarcasm is very relaxing. I think it's because you know that I'm not serious, and that helps a bunch of people.
Okay.
Not like if you're watching someone who, when they're being serious, drops into this tone and talks about you very seriously and very earnestly, you know when I'm being serious. So you can always delineate between the two. I think that helps people.
Okay. So this Apple Pencil box is actually going to be really good for reinforcing multiple parts of the mask. So I can use part of it to reinforce the top and bottom to keep it from curling inward too much. And then I can also have part of it be the stick that I hold the mask up.
The stick that I beat people with!
Mwahaha!
Mwahaha! Yes. Yes.
Okay, so...
Atas, no high-pitched voices right specifically now, because Joe's here. And it's the one excuse I get a week to not do the Yowo voice.
Mm-hmm. Even though we're the ones that pioneered it.
I mean, we are the ones that pioneered the Yowo voice, but it's like it's either going, like, we both need to concentrate today, and I think it's gonna devolve regardless.
I am using knives right now, so
yeah. And Joe does have a habit of just dissolving into hysterical giggles if I Yowo in his vicinity.
What was I feel like there was one thing in particular that I forget what it was, which is probably a self-defense mechanism. No, but there was something in particular that like every time you said it with that voice, it was just that was what it was. It was the combination of the voice and the other thing, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but.
I all I remember is you just dying when I went, oh no whoa. Oh no whoa, Joe. That might be it.
That might be. It was all Dwagon Snail's fault.
It was all Dwagon's fault. Oh no. We're gonna stop now because I'm a professional. I mean, we don't have to. We can talk about it, but I'm not gonna do the voice. Despite the fact that people want me to do the voice. I have to have boundaries. Sometimes I have to say no to chat.
Sometimes you have to say no.
And I don't. Sometimes you have to say no, chat.
Just say no, whoa. Oh my gosh,
we
should make an anti-drug video. Like, oh my gosh, Cleo. Here's how I want to.
The worst part is this is like as he starts giggling about it. This is like 25% got a possibility of happening. Joe, go on.
Okay, so since we're saving a lot of money on animators this year, by not having the moon hit the planet or anything, what if we wrap up our season 9 with a wow, we had a lot of fun this season on Hermitcraft, but one thing that we need to never say yes to is drugs. Just say no to drugs, and we bring out like the Joe and Cleo. We do like a anti-drug skit.
Don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna say no, Joe.
Okay, I'll keep workshopping it until it's too dumb to say no to. Okay, we're gonna also thank you, Blaze, as an animator, for the 10, who says $10 to Joe for being. That brings me up to 83 degrees angular on the rotation.
Dare shirts, but Well, the thing is, we had in the UK, we had a very influential children's show called Grange Hill that dealt with a drug situation on it. Yeah, and they released a single in my childhood called Just Say No, No. Just say it got to #1 in the charts.
Wow.
You can look at this online.
Just say no, whoa.
Just say no, whoa, no. Just say no, whoa.
There's one thing I won't do, woo. It's drugs.
Rainbow Skull has resubscribed for 23 months. I don't know why, but thank you. It says, woo, another month of Cleo. You can look it up, but don't. But I was 8 years old at the time. I didn't actually really know what drugs were, just that it made Zammo very sick. Mm-hmm. And I can't even remember if he died or not. I think he may have done.
Is that the name of the character? They kill off a beloved television children's
I think so, yeah. It feels like something they would do. It's the BBC. Oh, yeah. Of course that's something they would do.
Okay. So, I need tape. Tape.
at the base. I thought it was in a bathroom. It might have been at the base of a staircase where he was just strung out on drugs, and then I think he died. Can somebody check if Zammo died?
How do you spell Zammo?
Z-A-M-M-O.
Z-A-M-M-O, Z-A-M-M-O, Z-A-M-M-O. And Zammo was his name-o. Rest in peace.
Because I was like 8. I didn't really have a concept of death or drugs. Do drugs or will end up like Blaze. Blaze. I don't believe you do that much drugs. Reddit says he didn't die. Woo! What a lovely kids show. They don't make them like they used to with copious amounts of trauma. Okay, I will say one thing to everybody in this chat, and you're either old enough to know or you're young enough to go, what? Watership Down. And if you know, you know, and if you don't know, don't look it up.
Wait, they don't make kids read Watership Down anymore?
Watch Watership Down.
Well, you should read the book first.
I mean, I was 6. I didn't really have a choice in what I could read. Definitely couldn't read Watership Down.
Definitely not at 6, no.
No. And, you know, when the black rabbit of death comes along with the bright eyes, childhood trauma forever. It's animated. It must be for kids. It was a PG. It was a PG. I don't think it's... No, it recently got moved to a 15 over here. Which, you know, correct. All caps will get you your message deleted, guys.
Yeah. I am realizing one flaw with this plan is I plan to make multiple of these hermit masks, and I only have one box for an Apple Pencil.
Whoopsie doodles.
So I'm gonna have to go buy more Apple Pencils, I guess. No, just kidding. I'll have to find other things I can repurpose into paint stirrers. But yeah, let me come back into the main camera here. I can put on the what I call Ollie mode. Yeah. Oh, this is great.
What is that extreme close up?
Yeah, it's like the camera is like really big, but yeah. Hello, YouTube.
I need to spend more time with Ollie on Pirates.
Ollie is fantastic.
He's hilarious. I love Ollie.
Hello, YouTube. Today we're gonna be making Minecraft Redstone, isn't it?
Hang on. You just said YouTube and Ollie. I don't think I've seen a Ollie make a YouTube video in years.
Well, the camera is in Ollie mode, but I'm wearing the Asuma mask, which I can't angle properly in relation to the webcam. But
reasonable. Watership Down. Animals a farthing wood. It's the trauma starter pack.
Yeah. Oh, I can also use these as puppets, but I think it's funnier if I hold them up, like having the eyes cut out. Scarlet says decorate the stick like Asuma's body. Oh, like if I do like a little Minecraft like pixel art body on there. The thing is, I was just gonna wear a green shirt because that's what he has, and it was gonna get chromed out anyway. But I don't know. Okay, so now we need to make more of these.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing okay, Joe.
I'm doing good.
Excellent. That's what we like to see.
Okay.
He did do an Empire season finale. How many episodes of Empires did he actually get out in the end?
I think he made 3. I mean, in fairness, though, have you seen his episodes? Like, they're ludicrous.
I mean, yeah. You know, Etho put out a 3-hour video yesterday. Etho. It was all decked out, but 3 hours. Oh, Etho's got a lot of editing to do this week.
Yeah, he does.
Like a bunch.
Yeah.
Me and Joe have a bunch. He's got a bunch to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to download Etho's skin. Apparently he's wearing his own face on his shirt.
Oh, yeah, he's got that hidden. He put that in when they did double layers, and he's really embarrassed about it if you ask him about it.
Oh, yeah?
Like, super embarrassed about it. I asked him, like, you still wearing your face on your own chest? He goes, yeah. It's just really awkward about it. It's great. Definitely recommend for some time when he's getting a bit too big for his breeches.
Etho, too big for his breeches. No way.
I know, right? You wouldn't have thought. He's such a down-to-earth guy. He is really a down-to-earth guy. I was doing that sarcastically, but I can't.
Does he have a turtleneck on his face? I never really looked at it too close.
He's Kakashi. No, not Kakashi. No, it might be Kakashi. I might have got it right for once. I always call it Naruto, and people get really mad at me.
Yeah, because I was calling him Naruto, and my daughter's like, "It's Naruto."
It's not even Naruto. It's Kakashi. Which is why people were getting very, very annoyed with me. But you know what? Sucks to be you. I get to take the mickey out of him, and you don't.
Yeah. Things have gone a little Kakashi.
So yeah, it's a mask, not a turtleneck or anything.
Okay.
I like how Etho keeps on trying to stop people from ripping people off. Like, the thing is, Etho is coming at Decked Out from being really good at the game. I'm coming from Decked Out from a place of, oh, it'd be nice if I had more cards. I don't need huge amounts of runs because I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Etho is Kakashi, does he sit around reading romance novels all the time? I could see Etho read a romance novel. Because I just don't think he cares about all the judgment stuff. So, you know, I don't think it would bother him to be seen with a romance novel. Not really. Do I think he does it? Probably not, but I don't think he'd be bothered by it.
Okay, people with multi-layered skin faces is harder to do with this printing setup.
Yes, which is pretty much everyone these days.
Yeah, I need to go in and do that.
I mean, you don't have to. We're not forcing you to do it, Joe.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna make this everyone's problem.
Honestly, when I wanted to change my Minecraft skin, I like in the very early days of YouTube, I was just like, does anyone have like a good Minecraft skin? I'll look at them all and I'll show them off. And I got mine made for me by one of my mods, so it was a nice kind of happy accident.
Mm-hmm.
Happy accident. I loved it. It was great having something that was just like really cool made for me, because that was before I got any fan art or anything. Early Minecraft skins were rough. Yeah, my earliest Minecraft skin was very, very rough. And then I just sort of like, has anyone got anything better? And they did. Actually, some of them were worse. I'll say this now. Some of them were not good. But I was never going to say that to anybody. Mm-hmm. So I showed them off just the same. And I said, this really, really good one is the one I'm going to use from now on. Hey, Yay! Crystalite has resubscribed for 31 months. Thank you. And Psychic Legume has resubscribed for 20 months. Says, what an excellent story to start off with. I feel like that might be of the Zamo story. I'm sorry.
Okay, I gotta power the printer back up. I thought about trying to have the printer eject the pages, like, into where the camera is, but I realized when it prints like face down anyway, so it wouldn't be that dramatic.
Accidental 3D! Ooh. Worst part of the knitting process is untangling the yarn you haven't been using. Yeah, that's always pretty bad, to be fair. The worst part of the knitting process is when you realise 6 lines ago that you made a mistake. That's the worst part. Yarn bath. Like I've not done crochet in years. I enjoyed crochet. I'm not a knitter, but crochet, because crochet is fast compared to knitting. So it suits my, and now I've made a scarf.
Yay.
Sensibilities. And I can go do something else.
This came out way lighter than I expected it to. Yeah, I don't think this printer is calibrated very well. In terms
Probably not. I thought it was just like, is that still the same printer from
yeah,
Castle Days?
The only things I've used this to print are the castle and these masks. Because I have a black and white printer that I use for anything important, because it's like a laser printer and can print like thousands of pages a minute or something stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this one I only use. This one's a inkjet printer and scanner, so I primarily just use this as a scanner. But occasionally, like now, I'm making an etho mask too. Yay!
I find knitting to be a nicer result. It really depends on the stitches that you use in crochet, as to, because like crochet tends to be looser because of all the how the stitches are done. But you can weave into old rows and do specific stitches that make it all kind of look like knitting if you're using the right stitches. And you can't tell the difference. Part of the reason why I like crochet over knitting is that knitting can be replicated on a machine and crochet can't. So if you've got something that's crocheted, you know it's handmade. Whereas, like, I'm seeing a lot of people with knitting machines saying handmade with love on it, and I'm like, is it though? At what point do... Oh no.
What's that?
My phone. Oh, that's my phone.
Yeah, I know, but like, does that mean like, oh no, the bank is calling, I need to go to do the house or something?
We can help you move completely for free. It's not completely for free. I paid like $3,000 to get the moving company. It's not free if I have to pay $3,000 to get the service. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Like I'm like, at what point? Because it's like one of those machines where you have to loop things on, and then you turn a handle, and you have to judge the tension right. I mean, it's a skill, certainly. I don't know if I classify that as handmade.
Well, like, okay, so with like crochet, where you have, is that the one with the needles? Like,
singular is the hook.
Okay, but is that still, if you're using tools at all, is it handmade? Like, I feel like
using certain tools, yes, but if you're like, here's the thing. I think knitted things with needles is handmade, but I have issues with, I've just hooked things onto a machine and twirled a knob, and then 2 hours later I've got a hat. Not 2 hours later, probably like 15 minutes later, I've got a hat that I am going to say is handmade. I don't know if I'm not like, if they were to make a panel and then do things with that panel, like to do up the stitching, make sure it looks like, I might be convinced. But when you just have to gather the ends and put a pom-pom on, I'm not sure that that's handmade.
Queen Dark Lady says
2 hours is regular knitting a hat. It's same. Like I can crochet a hat in 2 hours. Like probably less.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much an effort a knitting machine is. But using a sewing machine for clothes is handmade to me. So I don't know if for me it's a matter of complexity or how much of yourself goes into it.
Yeah, because Queen Dark Lady is like, if I use a sewing machine to make a dress, is that dress handmade?
Yeah. But a lot of these times I see, like, specifically the ones I see are the little round machines, which is spin a handle, off you go.
Are you hand cranking the handle?
The hand cranking the handle. However,
so it's not like motorized.
No, it's hand crank. But the thing is, yeah, I can see that. But if they're making just a tube and then they tie the ends off and put a pom-pom on, that doesn't feel like they've had much really into the process. However, I've seen like proper knitting machines where they've programmed the pattern in, which I would say is handmade. You know?
Oh.
If you make the pattern yourself, it's better, but if somebody else made it, it's a little weirder. Yeah. So, like, I feel like if they made the pattern and, you know, I think it's a scale. I think putting handmade on stuff that's just a tube is kind of disingenuous a little bit. And certainly selling it as handmade. So, can of worms. Can of worms.
Can of worms,
Yep. Sorry, this is just my thought process. I'm not disparaging anybody who does the circle knitting thing and sells their stuff. That's fine. I just have issues with handmade.
Okay. So for the
only want a can of worms if it's hand capped.
For the etho mask, I cut the eyes a little bit smaller so you can see the color of the eyes a little better.
Okay.
On the helmet, I didn't think it would matter as much, but with the face, I think that works better.
I prefer human-made or human-designed. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a dichotomy. It's like...
Well, and I got in an argument with an illustrator once because I had a sign on my t-shirt booth at a convention where I said I designed all these shirts in Nashville, Tennessee. And the illustrator's like, well, I illustrated that one. And I was like, yeah, but I did the layout of the text, and I told you, like, I art directed exactly the angle that the illustration needed to be from to work on a shirt. Like, I didn't say I illustrated it in Nashville, Tennessee. I said I designed it, and that's what I did. And the illustrator's like, well, it makes it sound like you did the whole thing. And I'm like, well, I didn't. I didn't say I illustrated all these in Nashville, Tennessee.
I think that one is... I understand where you're coming from. I would find that disingenuous as well, possibly.
Well, graphic designer and illustrator are different jobs. I didn't say that I sewed the shirt either. You know what I mean? Like,
I get you. I get you.
Like, designers tell illustrators what to do all the time. That's part of the design process, is art directing illustrators.
I see where you're coming from. I'm just not sure. Common ground will do into credit both paps. Yeah, I think probably that's the difference there, maybe. I don't know.
Well, kind of the point was to say, like, hey, unlike these other booths here where they just bought a bunch of shirts from Nintendo and they're reselling them. It's like, hey, these are things I worked on, you know. Whereas the illustrator also wasn't at the convention. He just saw a picture of it on Twitter.
Right.
And so, like, if he was there, I would have been like, hey, like...
You would have talked about it more.
I would have been like, hey, we designed these, right? I would have been, you know, like, showcasing the illustrator as part of the booth experience. But, like, me and somebody else who isn't here designed and illustrated these shirts is a worse sign than I designed these shirts.
I see where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree. But I do see where you're coming from there. Like the skills are skills. And having the skills and displaying the skills is important, but so many worms. Just worms everywhere. So it's like I was talking about commissioning artists and what is an artist worth and what is my likeness as a content creator worth. And when you're doing things like merch, you've got to balance the two of those things, because an artist can make a design and sell it and not get anything, but I can take that same design that I would never take that same design and I sell it and I would get much more money.
You could license that design.
I could license, that's the word I was after.
Or purchase the rights to.
But at what point, like we were having a chat, I'm not going to tell you who I was having a chat with.
Sure.
About what the worth of that art piece is, because you want to be fair to your artist. You want to be royalties versus licensing is so headachy for me. I would say royalties and licensing is difficult.
Well, the Graphic Artists Guild has ethical pricing guidelines. I would say if the amount you're paying the artist exceeds the Graphic Artists Guild's ethical pricing guidelines, then you've made a fair offer. If it's lower than that, or a tenth of that, you're probably doing something wrong. That's, you know.
I mean, like, the person I was talking to is a bigger name than me. Let's put it like that. They're like, which isn't saying much, because most of the people I interact with are bigger names than me. And this person was looking at royalties, and like royalties is a whole headache because it involves a whole different set of contracts and it hands over money. Licensing for like a flat fee, but it's a case of like, this is approximately what we expect to sell of your design, and they asked for a figure that was all of the potential profit plus everything else. And it was just like, well, that's not reasonable, you know?
Well, then you shouldn't manufacture the product if you can't afford it.
Yeah, but no. This was. I'm gonna send you exactly how much they asked for.
And this was for specifically a zombie Cleo merch design.
No, it wasn't for me.
Okay. See the as part of a bigger launch means that's, so for example, if Coca-Cola's like, hey, we're only going to sell 500 of these shirts, you say, yeah, but you're using them to sell millions of bottles of Coca-Cola a year, right?
Yeah.
Like, the marketing budget is based partially on the scale of the product. And so like, without knowing the scale of the product here, that is not necessarily unfair. Like, because this is...
But it's not an advertising thing, it's a merchandise thing.
Well, but I don't know. You didn't tell me what the project is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You just gave me a number and said they expect to sell 500 shirts. And, yeah. I mean, it really depends also on, like, how complicated the piece is.
It was a piece of fan art that they wanted to license.
Oh, it's something that already exists.
Oh, it's something already exists.
Oh,
yes.
Well then yeah, definitely. Higher is better because it has proven that it has value.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, this is one of those things where, like, I wouldn't be able to afford that, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's necessarily unfair. Especially if this is somebody who has, especially depending on the scale of the business that's hiring.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
So when you say this is a bigger name than you, I could think of several people that could budget for that.
I understand.
Whether or not they want to is different, but...
I see where you're going with it. I like knowing the ins and outs of the situation.
Which I don't.
Which you don't. It felt like it was unreasonable. So.
Yeah. Well,
I'd say artists' expectations on sales figures versus a content creator that sold merch before might be very different experiences. Yeah.
But once again, though, it depends on, like, for me, if I'm going to sell a shirt, I'm running a business that's losing money every month anyway. It was a break-even business during the pandemic, and now it's not anymore. So I'm just burning through my retirement savings. I cannot afford to say I'm going to print a shirt that's going to cost me more money than I'm going to make on that shirt, because in the long term, it'll help me promote my YouTube brand, which is a sprawling global empire. Coca-Cola can do a lot of things. Coca-Cola can print a lot of things to promote Coca-Cola and say, oh yeah, we're going to lose some money on this individual piece of merchandise, but what it's going to do for the brand as a whole is going to more than pay off, right? Like, it's a very different scenario.
It's not advertising.
Well, the thing is that once your brand reaches a certain scale, once your channel reaches a certain scale, it does become advertising.
Right.
Because once the thing you're selling is recognizable enough to start conversations with people in public. So if somebody was wearing, like, a Joe Hill's @ t-shirt on a bus, nobody's gonna... Right. It's very unlikely outside of, like, a Minecraft convention somebody's gonna recognize that and start a conversation with them about it. But if somebody was wearing a Mumbo Jumbo shirt or a Dream SMP shirt, the odds of somebody else starting a conversation about it are way higher, and the odds of other people overhearing that conversation are way higher. Like, you will, once you reach a certain critical mass, all merch becomes advertising. And I don't think it's unfair to charge for that advertising value.
I agree. I see where you're coming from.
And I don't know if the person that you're talking about is at that scale, because you did not provide that detail, but...
No.
But yeah, if overall revenue from the product exceeds a certain threshold, it's fair to charge advertising rates. And the product is the YouTube channel.
I see where you're going from that. I've had some of the most interesting conversations on the bus when you're talking about t-shirts and stuff. I can see that. That does seem like a thing that I would do. Twitch is being glitchy. Yeah, that sounds about right. I dread merch commissions, honestly. Yeah, I don't know how royalties work, if ever. I mean, I when I have done merch, I have always gone, I commission the piece and I pay upfront. I've forgotten what that's called.
Well, that's fair
I
if you
pay
can
a license.
it, but like,
I pay a license.
It's a lot cheaper to get stuff. You can take more risks if you do it the other way. Like there is some accounting overhead, but you know, getting the unlimited rights to a piece versus getting limited rights to a piece with royalties much cheaper than the second one.
Yeah, I see, but I would rather commission the whole thing and just say, what would it take for me to just license the image and then go from there. And it can be expensive, particularly as a smaller creator. But I do try and play fairly, you know. I try and pay what it's worth, you know.
Yeah.
Not what I necessarily. I try and judge what the artist thinks it's worth.
Yeah.
And then at least tip over that, like as much as I can. Because I think artists undervalue themselves anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's but dealing with royalties, particularly when you're self-producing stuff, is a grey area, because the honest answer to that is I don't know how much they're gonna sell.
Well, but that's what you would normally do is you would say something like, "Hey, we expect to sell, I feel like I'm gonna sell. I'm not even gonna print this if I don't sell less than 100, right? So what we'll do is we'll say, hey, you get a flat amount up front, and then if we sell more than 500, you'll get $1 for every 10 we sell, or something, right? So you have a threshold just to keep your accounting overhead low, where it's like, basically, I don't have to worry about dealing with sending this person a check every quarter unless we really sell way more of these than I expect. Now, the thing is, though, if this particular piece of merch ends up being a runaway success, they could end up with way more money than they would otherwise with the flat rate. Yeah. But if it's not, it's not. And that's there is a gamble element to that. But,
Well, that's the thing. Like, when I've had a piece of merchandise that overperformed, I've gone back to the artist and said, I'm going to give you this as an extra because it's done really well. It's not been in the contract, but I've always done that personally. If I've licensed something from them, because it doesn't feel fair that I get the majority of it.
Well,
and I think that might be just me.
I think that might be me failing at this point. So the thing is, though, it feels like you're apologizing for not writing the contract better in the first place. Like, I just avoid that situation by trying to price that stuff in initially and having a structure, so there's no question for them of, oh, is Joe gonna send me a bonus or not? Right? Like, because I feel like it's psychologically unfair to have people, like, making rent or not based on bonuses rather than, like, contractually defined terms. I don't know. It just...
I just get happy when people ask me to do things. Blaze, if I was to ever commission anyone, I would talk to you up first. I would ask you to give me a price, and then I would basically pay you what you asked and then tip extra, because that's just kind of how I roll with these things. So don't just be happy that people ask you to do things, like, particularly if they're a bigger content creator. And I know that, like, technically I'm big, but I don't feel big, you know? So if I was to ever, if somebody my size is asking you to do stuff and you're just, oh, I'm just happy to be invited, don't do that. Just you're worth more than that.
if it's their job, they need to learn how to do their job. Like, if this person, it's a big difference between, oh, hey, my friend does, like, a channel that has 20 viewers where they recap Half-Life episodes or something. Like, that's a different thing. Like, do fun stuff for your friends like that, but don't do fun stuff for people who should be learning how to pay people, even if they're like, well, I only went full-time recently, so I can't be expected to pay people yet. No, if this is your job...
What I did
you need to
when
pay
I first started, I didn't commission artists when I first started, because I couldn't afford them. And that's what you do. You purchased my service, I delivered, you don't owe me anything extra. Yeah, but that's... technically that's true.
Well, so that's the thing, though, is I like to be able to possibly purchase the service at a discount, but with a negotiated rate where it's like, okay, if we pass a certain threshold, you make way more money than you would have otherwise. So there is, that's the, you know, like, some people obviously are going to prefer fixed rates, but if I can get something, you know, 20% cheaper up front, and then if it sells a ton, I'm like, well, I don't mind paying 20% more than I would have the flat rate, or 50% more even, because it's extra money from extra sales that we weren't counting on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. Like, I've never had, like, a proper contract with anybody. I've had people that I have done, and we've had, like, a verbal contract. But, you know, and I always try and make sure that the people that I approach are aware of their own worth, at least in part, and they don't undersell themselves, because I think that's important. But also, I think in hindsight, maybe I should have done a contract. I actually do have, you know what, Kish? You and me have never done contracts. We probably should have done. But honestly, considering how far apart we are geographically, that's going to be difficult for either one of us to enforce. Just for the experience of one. Yeah, maybe we could both do it next time. It's like, I think a lot of creators do a lot of things on trust, particularly when they're just working through things. I know I do. So,
did you know that False is missing an eyebrow? Like, I'm going through Name MC and all the skins. False has transparency, which ends up rendered black in game for one of her eyebrows. I didn't realize False had one transparent eyebrow. I guess that's where the false symmetry comes from.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, it might be. Yeah, not just under the hair. Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's so the eyebrow.
I have invoices to keep content creators in check. Help. Next time we'll do a little contract between us, Kish. It'll be fine. I think we've got enough trust to understand that a contract will probably be fulfilled. So we'll both start out. It'll be fine. To be fair, you didn't have a contract with me for the last stuff you did, because that wasn't with me. I just had directive. Kish designed my card and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, for that.
That wasn't with me.
Yeah, for that I just basically said, hey, because I need this turned around in like 5 days or 4 days. I was just like, okay, this has to be because of the way Cleo was doing it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have access to sales numbers, so I was like, I need a flat rate for Cleo to use this in these contexts, and I need a rush rate, because this has to be done in a few days. Price this like it's the most important thing in your life for the next few days, because otherwise it won't get done.
I got a signed Kish.
Yeah.
So
well, you got got lucky then.
I got incredibly lucky. So yeah, you had a contract with Cleo. I didn't have a contract. Like like it was the best outcome from me, because Kish comes to me and goes, "So I've been assigned to do your card." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know. Okay, cool. Am I just allowed to tell you what's going on?" And Luke was like, "Yeah, just go for it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so I got to work with Kish without having to pay Kish. It was like the best of all worlds for me.
I was just like
turnaround time, right?
The turnaround time though was way different in your situation too, because Kish was assigned at the same time that my original artist was assigned.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point I was like, like I said, we were a few days from like, these need to go to print. Like,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, even then the turnaround times were tight. So yeah. Fortunately, already had a working relationship with Kish. It's fine.
But yeah, Salem wrote in response to some of the conversation earlier, "I think benevolence is a poor substitute for fairness." Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Predictability, I think, is another thing here,
Like, here's the thing. I am benevolent. Like, I would say, like, in this situation, I am relatively benevolent. I'm not completely benevolent because, struggling with money for a while. Yeah. But, because I had goals that I needed to meet. But I try and be fair with it. And I think having a contract would have, I don't think it would have changed anything. But I think it may have given security. You're one of the best clients I've had. Oh, what? And I've had a lot of clients. Yay! I'm all right. Yeah, I always worry that I'm wishy-washy when it comes to like requesting art, because like, honestly, if I'm commissioning someone from an art piece, it's because I want to see what they want to do. I don't really have a set direction of stuff. So,
Well, an art direction is a whole skill set.
Yeah. And I don't have that skill. I want it to be clear, I don't have that skill set. Yeah. I just like I like what you did, and when, and they're just like for example, Kish showed me like 3 designs. I'm like, well, I like this one and this one and this one. What do you think? What do you want to do? And the Kish was like, well, I kind of want to do this. And I'm like, we'll do that then. Mm-hmm. Because I trust the artist in general to have a better idea of what looks good than what I do. So,
well, there's a difference though between what looks good as an illustration and what works as a functional design, right?
Yes.
So
not a skill I have.
Yeah. So like the thing is, it's very important. Like when I was art directing the piece with Aviva, I needed to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna want to have a clear area without a lot of detail up here in the sky, so I can sign the card here. So we want to lay the piece out so that the back box is in this part, I am in this part, the text will go on the bottom here. So basically I blocked out with
which
diagrams.
Is something I didn't do, and I had to squeeze in because we had to use these massive chonkers to sign the cards.
So it's not that I don't trust the artist, it's that I know that the artist doesn't know everything I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. But I think it's a case of, I want to see how another artist brings it to life. That's the thing. I get so pleased when I see fan art. And now I'm sort of off Twitter. I don't see much anymore. So, like,
it's all on
I
Tumblr
get so
anyway.
Pleased. You know about me and Tumblr. So congrats on being like, I go on occasionally and then I go, has anything changed? No, it's fine. And then now I've sort of disappeared. I sort of disappear, and it's getting longer and longer between like things. But I don't see the fan art, and I should really go back on Tumblr. I really should. So like seeing seeing people's art is just, it's always made me so happy. Can send someone else. Thank you, Kish. Don't feel obligated. I'm probably going to start going back on Tumblr in secret. So be afraid, Tumblers. Be afraid, Tumblr. Be afraid.
Yeah. Tommy says Joe's done really well with the art direction I've been given so far. I'm glad to hear that. What I haven't been good at is figuring out my finances so I can figure out if I can commission you for some of these upcoming things. Because, like, I really want to hire Tommy to do some Pog designs for me.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, everything's just a mess right now. It's like... Because it's like, with the insurance company coming back and being like, hey, we need 1,000 of those dollars back. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, like, when I do go to Tumblr, because sometimes I stealth go to Tumblr, mostly because somebody has gone, have you seen this? And I've gone, no, and then they send stuff to me. But if I go onto Tumblr, I will check the tag Zombie Cleo. So if you want me to see stuff, tag it Zombie Cleo and I will see stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, second hype train. Choo choo.
Oh, where's my
thank you. Thank you, Janias Uwu has resubscribed for 7 months. Thank you very much and says hi. And Rick Lorin has subscribed. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. Push cheered Moonicorn biddies. Thank you. Hi. And McLesley cheered dead people biddies. Thank you. Hi. I'm not afraid of content creators seeing my weird Tumblr posts. If content creators go on Tumblr, they know what they signed up for. This is true. Like, honestly, like, I've been in fandom a lot. Like since early days of the internet. Like, 2000... 1996 I've been on the internet, so like, but early, like, not early days of the internet, but early days of fandom. So, you know, like, I was there in the dark days. I know what internet fandom's been like this whole time. So yeah, fandom is not new to me, and it doesn't upset me either, seeing people do stuff. Was I on Usenet? Occasionally. I mean, it wasn't really where I started.
Yeah, the only thing I really used Usenet for was reading about NetHack.
Pseudo Microthorax, dubious purchase Stream Weeks pack, thank you. Newt has resubscribed for 9 months, Twitch baby. And Nursing Geek cheered biddies, and so did... I don't know if this is Illico or Lilico. I'm going to go with Illico, because I'm assuming you capitalised. Hi, thank you. Don't quote the ancient magics to me. Yeah, it's kind of that, you know? It's like, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to just use these extra stickers that I've got, because apparently we're going cold theme. So, yeah, no, I was on the internet for a very long time. So, like people going, Tumblr's got the shocks the content creators. It doesn't shock me, at least. So, you know.
Do I look like false? Does this work?
Oh, Captain Jass Hands.
Captain
Jass.
Jass
I'm going to call you Jass.
I think it's chromaing out the hair is the problem. It's the yellow is too close to the green of my...
Jass has gifted 5 subs to the community. Thank you very much indeed. Completely, I think I've watched the Etho washed up clips. Etho isn't washed up. It's just fun to say.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Sorry.
Jass is your name, so that's cool. Okay, cool. Then that makes things easier. No, he's not washed up, but the clips are amusing. It's just fun. Like, here's the thing. I keep on thinking in my head, if he wanted us to stop, he would just have to tell us. And then I think, no, he's stuck in yes-anding. He can't tell us to. He physically can't tell us to stop.
Etho would never.
Because he feels like he has to yes-and.
That's why it's important for friends to have serious behind-the-scenes conversations about what they are and aren't comfortable with. And we have never had this with Etho, and we never will.
And we never will. We never will.
We're not that
ever.
Close.
Anything for the bit. I mean, it's worse when B-dubs is there because B-dubs is the king of yes and. Mm-hmm. And what I really want to do is to him on camera is going, you could stop this at any time, Etho. You could just say, you don't appreciate this and you'd like it to stop. And we would stop. But you're gonna have to not yes and he will just crumple into a million bitty pieces.
Yay. Hey, we got a tip rolling in to rotate the camera another 10 degrees angular. Thank you to Al. Here we go. Let's rotate the Joe to 93 degrees. Woo-doo-doo-doo. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So thank you again, Al.
Thanks, Al! Etho in his 3-hour video. I didn't see it. I did tell him not to buy it if he didn't have to. If he could buy anything else. Like, I told him not to mess up his own deck just to buy me that card. If he's done that, if he's stopped himself buying a card, I'm going to be upset with him.
Well, he has to keep his word.
Yeah, his word was like he wouldn't ruin his own deck just to buy me a six thing card. Oh. That was his word. He promised. It's not like he needs any better cards. I was able to get both. Okay, then I'm not cross with him. It's fine. Like, Etho is like the fairness moderator of Decked Out. He's the one that's like, he's done it for me. He's done it with B-dubs. He's the king of fair trades. Mm-hmm. So he absolutely 100% makes sure.
Are you gonna have time to be there this afternoon?
Is it opening up this afternoon or is it closing?
Okay, so he's gonna do the Phase 4 scores to close out Phase 4, but Phase 5 isn't gonna open until after TwitchCon.
I am not going to be there because this is my regular streaming day with Abby, and I need to get the streams before I move.
Well, I was gonna say though, like, I don't know if you wanted to. Would Abby be fine if you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna jump over for 10 minutes just to see if I got first place or whatever"?
Well, I didn't get first place. I didn't submit any tomes.
You didn't submit any tomes.
Joe, you say that like it's a disappointment. I've not submitted any tomes, despite the fact that I already have 1 victory point. I don't know how I've got 1 victory point.
Maybe somebody felt bad that you weren't putting any tomes in.
Was this you, Joe?
No.
You don't need. I don't need pity tomes, Joe.
Yes, Cleo. I would never give you pity tomes.
You're a butt. Don't be a butt, Joe. I don't need pity. I'm not playing it for the win. I promise you. If I was playing it for the win, I'd do stuff differently. Mm-hmm. Don't me.
Okay.
I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you very much. But you don't need to...
Nothing.
We both know that's a lie, Joe. I appreciate you, Joe. Please don't put tomes in on my behalf because I'm not angling to win. But thank you.
Maybe it's about artificially depressing the value of other people's scores.
I appreciate you, Joe. I do. You're a butt, though. Big old butt. Thank you, Can Fabi, who has cheered Barbara Bitties. Thank you very much. Hearts. Extra moving phones, but the cats, something to help the cats settle in. I am concerned about the cats, I'm not going to lie. Not because I think Abby is going to mistreat them in any way or make sure they're not, or like cause any problems. Abby loves cats. Abby loves cats more than they despise me. It's fine. But they are very timid cats. I think Cleo might feel more comfortable by getting a mystery tome if somebody did it to troll them. Yeah. Like...
You might think that, but I couldn't possibly comment.
Like, I can deal very well... I don't deal well with people being nice to me or generosity. I'm allowed to be generous to other people, but other people being nice to me is just not cricket.
It's not cricket? What is that? Just not cricket?
It's just not cricket. It's not done.
Okay.
Has Badger not introduced you to just not cricket?
No, is this like a Pinocchio thing? Like, always let your conscience be your guide? Oh, your conscience wouldn't do that. That's not cricket. Jiminy.
Yeah, just not cricket is a phrase that British people use, apparently. Means it's just not okay. That's not right. It's just not cricket.
I have not heard that.
Okay. Well, it's a thing. British people in the chat confirm it's just not cricket is a really old, outdated way of saying things. The sport or the animal? The sport. Obviously the sport.
That was not clear.
Confirmed. And Aussies. Aussies use it too. I don't use it. I'm British. But you know it exists. It sounds like something the British would say. From the West Midlands, never heard it. I'm a southerner. That's not something we do. Yeah, that's what it means. It's just not cricket.
N10 Super says, I'm British and I've never heard anybody say it.
Yeah, but my next question is, how old are they? And I don't want them to put that in the chat because no age is in chat. It will get you booted. It's like, I don't think I've ever used it before. Like, ever. So I'm pretty sure it's an old people thing. And I'm pretty sure in like old British TV shows where the pompous, uptight people are the people that say it. Does sound ancient. It feels ancient. It's an old people saying. Maybe that's why it's... Oh, Firehawk! Both digits. I'm breaking up my 1940s pilot banter. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where it feels like it came from. Dacta has resubscribed for 25 months. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a good day. Drink some water. I don't have any water on me.
What? No water?
No water.
What?
Do you want me to get proper southern in it? In it, bruv. There's water in coffee. I mean, technically there is water in my beverage of choice. That's where all my bullying comes from, love. Yeah, fine. And to tell me that's just not cricket is a phrase used to say something is unfair. Yeah, it's not on. It's not good. It's a rather rum thing to say that a chap S is not cricket. Look, I'm just... It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. It's not on is also a British saying. Do you not use that in old America land?
It's not on?
It's not on.
No.
It's just not on.
No.
Really?
No.
Canadians, it's not on. Australians always have my back. It's not on. Kiwis, you too.
Hey,
it's not on is very British. Really? Oh my goodness.
We got another $10 rolling me over to 103 degrees angular from Joju, who says, is tipping like this cricket? Probably.
Yes, tipping like that is very cricket. Thank you.
Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Bye. No, I'm not saying bye. I am going back to the printer, though. Whoa. This is
Never heard that in the US. The Irish folk use it. I mean, like to be fair, we did colonize the Irish pretty heavily, so it's not surprising. Oh, it's on. It's different to that's not on.
I don't think that this printer has the capacity to do brown very well.
I also don't have the capacity to do brown very well, Joe. You gonna criticize me?
Yeah, that sounds racist. so I need to get some...
Jojo, Tim Buxton says, in that case, I've been watching your Third Life series, and that is it's definitely cricket. Third Life is definitely cricket. Thank you for the tip. Bruh.
Okay. So I'm going to see if I can color in the Iskall browns a little
just
bit
move
browner
right along,
here, to make the hair look right.
Only Americans who watch too much BBC say that's not on. I mean, I think any BBC?
I've watched Doctor Who, and I've never heard him say that.
No, he's got script writers. Did you think Doctor Who was a factual documentary series, Joe?
No, I'm just saying, though, there's a lot of British people in the show, and I've never heard any of them say that's not on. And they have
script writers,
but like
Joe.
Also the whole show is about people going places and then being judgmental, and that sounds like a very judgmental thing to say.
That's a very British thing to say, I'll have you know.
Well, thank you. I feel better already.
No, that's not on. Isn't judgmental. It's that person has done something absolutely despicable. That's not on. That person has been racist. That's not on. Person has been sexist. That's not on. Is that level of... That's just not on, mate.
Yeah, I feel like in a show where they constantly are condemning genocide and stuff, like, they would be like, oh, that's not on. But... Okay, I'm going to try and find a better color pencil for this, because this is not going well. This Iskall looks bad.
This Iskall looks bad.
You can look at it.
That feels very judgmental,
it's not
honestly.
Good, I'll tell you that.
I mean, you heard it here. Joe is just bagging on Iskall's looks. Can't have that. It's not on. Well, it's just not on. It's being mean to Iskall. It's just not on. I can't, like, actually it's blown my mind a little bit that that's just not a universal saying. Like, of all the things, that would be the one.
That's the one. I wonder if maybe...
It's also new to you. Okay, well, you know. I'm shocked and also appalled.
Oh, thank you.
Not with you, Joe.
Oh.
Not appalled by you. I'm just disappointed.
Yay.
It's just not cricket. See, Abby gets it. This is why we're friends, Abby. I was telling them that you were going to take care of the cats. And they were just like, are you sure you're going to make sure Abby gets fed too? And I was like, Abby has a phone and I'm leaving money. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Keep in mind, this is the same country where a battle was lost in World War II because the British officer did a Britishism and said things were a tad warm when they were being overrun. Yeah. You'll just mow at passers-by until food happens. The grass is pretty overrun, to be fair. I'll bring my lawnmower down. You can do it. To be fair, it's supposed to be having a gale whilst you're there. Like a storm. So
we have gales.
Might be a bit...
I know that word.
You know gales?
Yes, we know gales.
Okay. Didn't think you didn't, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
So... Disappointment is the worst. Gales or gales, both are correct. Oh, mew, meow, caterwaul. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fire. Obviously, equivalent to that's not on is nah, F that. I mean, that's what it is today. But, you know, you have a yellow weather warning. Even down where I'm going to be. Interesting. Interesting. Hang on. Kish has sent me. Oh, it's a nice art. I love it. Thank you, Kish. Appreciate you. It was meant to be rainy last time I went to Scotland. Honestly, when I was up there, that was rain. That was good. I like it. Brain is not working today.
I'm very excited about visiting you in Scotland at some point. By which I mean I'm gonna go to Edinburgh and I'll be like, Cleo, I'm in the area if you want to come hang out. But I'm not gonna go.
And what it is like, I'm in the area. Do you want to travel 2 hours to come and see me?
Yeah.
Because that'll be the equivalent.
Well, hey, the thing is,
in Glasgow,
I told you if you went to Florida, which is 8 hours from here, I would come see you. And you were like,
yeah,
no,
but
please
America has weirdness about distances. I will come, Joe, just because I'm nice like that. But don't make it sound like 8 hours is the same as 8 hours American is the same as 2 hours British. It's not.
Well, I was gonna drive, and you'd be taking a train to Edinburgh probably. So, like, it feels like it's not the same.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you think your accent will change after you live in Scotland for a while? No, you have to speak to people, and I don't do that much. I think my accent, if anything, will just get more British as a result. Sorry, English as a result. That's my bad. I apologise to my British brethren.
This is not looking much better. I don't think I'm improving this.
Yeah, a British half hour is a very long way.
I mean, if there was something to do near where you live, we could come out there. I mean...
What, you mean near Glasgow?
I mean, I didn't know how specific you wanted to be about where you live on stream.
I am in the general vicinity. If you cut Scotland in half, I'm going to be in the Glasgow half.
Yeah. So if I was like, hey, we're coming up to Edinburgh around this time, if you want us to come your way one day, is there anything in particular going on or anywhere?
No, I'll come your way. It's fine, mate. Hey, Dwagon, we were talking about you earlier.
Dwagon's now.
Dwagon! Hello, Dwagon! Oh, well.
This is the worst of all of these masks. This is so terrible. I think it ran out of black ink, and so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about the OWO stream. Sorry, Ducky. Blue pretties. Blue pretties. This is the point where I go, I could order some stickers for my next craft stream with Jowo.
Yay.
And then my brain is like, I'm not going to be here. Do I want to know the worst thing you encountered in the past week? How safe for brain is it? It did have something to do with the Cleo, yes.
Dun, dun.
I've forgotten the name that I'm not supposed to refer to you as, Dragon. Sorry, Dwagon. I'm trying to remember it.
Somebody wants to know what the plan is with the masks.
You think Joe has a plan?
Oh,
Lizzie! Yes. All right, Lizzie. It's all right. I'd have asked Cam later. It's fine. I said not to. That's fair.
Okay.
JT did in fact say no. You may have helped a little bit. pretty tape. Yeah, I had a pink one as well a while ago. Don't know where that's gone. It's probably gone in the bullet journal, to be fair. Do you know there's a part of the train called a cow catcher? Yes, I did. Weirdly enough, it's the part where they catch cows.
Yeah.
Although I was on a train once where it didn't catch the cow.
Went straight through the windshield?
There was a massive rumbling underneath the train, and the train stopped for 2 hours.
Oh no.
I don't use the word smeared very often, but...
What do you do with your bagel?
I'm sorry, what?
What do you do with your bagels?
I don't really eat bagels.
Okay.
I mean, that's a personal thing, but, you know.
Gotcha.
It's just weird. Cow catcher is more a cow get out of the wayer. This cow did not, in fact, get out of the way. Yeah, it is. The cow catcher is just a big triangle point. This is true.
I hope people don't feel left out that I'm not making masks for every hermit.
I mean, you know, you've got a lot of masks to make already.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of thankful you're not making a mask of me.
Well, no, because I've got Corinne's costume from last year I can just put on.
That's true.
I actually thought about that earlier. I was like, oh, I'm not going to waste time making a Cleo mask. That one's done.
It is a waste of time, this is true.
Oh, hey, Badger. Badger, you want to see the masks so far? We have Isuma. We have Etho. I decided to put these on sticks and hold them up rather than try to string them. They got little reinforcements
Badger,
on the back.
Tell me you know the phrase, it's not cricket. You've got older parents. You should know.
Badger is typing. Badger says, of course I do.
Thank you. Told you it was a thing.
I believe it's a thing. I've just never heard it.
Also, Joe doesn't know that it's not on is a thing either.
In fairness, that sounds a lot like it's not done. And I have heard people say it's not done. So maybe I've misinterpreted...
Oh, it's not done is really formal.
Gotcha.
It's not on is very common. It's just not on, mate.
Yeah,
the sticky wicket thing has made it to the US. Okay. Not the one that I would have thought.
Yeah, that's because it was popularized by something in pop culture. I forget what exactly, but yeah, that's all over the place.
Ah, it's not on, that is. Got home. It's getting cold outside. Thanks for explaining the cricket thing. I've heard it, but I've been confused every time. That's fair. It is a very older British person thing, but, you know, I didn't expect it's not on to not be known. What about Gordon Bennett? Gordon Bennett!
Is that, like, something they say, like Great Caesar's Ghost?
Never heard that one.
That one's very American, though. It was popularized by Perry White, the editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet.
Right. Gordon Bennett is what British people do when they don't wish to blaspheme.
Yeah, that's the same concept. Great Caesar's ghost.
Gordon Bennett is very Cockney. Yeah, it's very Southern. Not necessarily Cockney. Speaking as a Southerner. Or as we like to say in UK, filth. Something I've heard once shouted Peter Gabriel. Like the Genesis guy? I think he was Genesis. I'm not sure. Forgive your Midland self. How dare you be Midlands here? You're forgiven. It's fine. You're still a 10, even if you're from the Midlands. Because everyone's a 10. Southerners only allowed. There's a lot of places with the South, is all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the singer for Genesis before Phil Collins moved up from the drums. Right, okay. Like, I'm Midlands, but I left. Well, I'm Southern, but I'm leaving. What are you in the sea? I am not that Southern. I am north of London currently for the next few days.
For now.
There's lots of south beside me.
This really makes him look like he's got red hair, though. He looks very... Yeah.
Okay. You'll still be north of London after you move. This is true. Hey, Joe twiddling his pencils.
Sorry, they're like hitting my hand. I'm trying to fill in this area, and the pencils kept bopping the hand.
Cool. I don't know what that meant, but sure.
Okay, so that looks a lot better, I think. This was a good step.
Don't worry, you won't miss the London news or weather. It's all we get in Scotland. Oh, yeah? I don't really pay attention to the news or the weather. The one thing that I was appreciative when I was in Scotland was that it was colder. And I went from 25 degrees in where I lived to 20. That was nice. Mm-hmm. See you later, Kish.
Okay, I think I nailed it. I think this actually looks, with that final pass that I just did, to blend all the browns together, I think that it actually looks kind of decent now.
You have a silly question about me moving? Go on, Firehawk, because it's you. How much did it cost to get an extra dungeon built to store all your subscribers? I mean, the payment in the terms of extra dimensional space is kind of different. Just like a little portion of some of your souls is all it took for the extra dungeon. And because you weigh nothing, technically, because you're in an extra dimensional space, moving you up there is free. We use the existing dungeon, just change the portal. Yeah. like -6 in winter here. The 6 degrees definitely makes a difference. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not worried about temperature particularly because I run very hot. So that's not really a problem. Sounds like you just found a shoebox.
Me? I am cutting a box, but yeah.
I think that was Abby to me, but yeah, Shifty. Tango provided a dungeon pretty easily. There is nothing about Decked Out that was easy. Well, genuinely nothing about Decked Out was easy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Cleo, we actually didn't get to talk about Canada yet.
Oh no, we didn't. Go for it.
I was gonna say, I actually really recommend the Stratford Festival. I don't know if you're into Shakespeare much, but
I've dabbled.
Yeah, they had have you seen Star Trek: Strange New Worlds?
Nah, probably.
Okay. Well, two of the people who worked on that actually did a Goblin Macbeth at Stratford Festival when we were there, and it was pretty good.
Oh. Abby's still in chat. That's going to go down well. How was Goblin Macbeth? Explain Goblin Macbeth to us.
So Goblin Macbeth is a 3-person show where they're all in makeup as goblins, and they're basically, the idea is that they found a copy of the complete works of William Shakespeare and are going to perform the Scottish play to demonstrate how cultured they are. And one of the goblins is a musician, and there's like a whole table full of instruments. And that goblin plays fleance, which is not an instrument, it's the name of Macduff's son. Or not Macduff, Banquo's son. And then he also plays all the instruments on the table. And the other two goblins play every other character in the play. And it was hilarious. A lot of good crowd interaction. I don't want to spoil too much of that, but one thing that was cool was they gave everybody branches to wave around, and you get to be Duncan's army when Burnham Wood is approaching. But yeah,
Burnham Wood to Dunson Income, yeah.
Yeah, but one of the actors played Hemmer on Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. The guy who played Macbeth, and he's actually like legally blind, and so like it was really interesting. Like, I didn't know at the time that I was watching it. I didn't know for sure that it was the same. I didn't know it was that guy. And I found that out later. But when I was watching the way he moved, and also like under the makeup, I was like, I think that guy's missing. Like, straight up, just doesn't have an eye. Like, I don't think that's makeup. Like, I don't think that guy can see. But like, but it was really, really cool. Incredibly funny, cool. Very well acted, and it's running through October 28th there. So if anybody's in the Ontario area, I really recommend you go see it. But yeah, I'm sure Goblin Abbey would like it. Yeah, they
you can't just use their formal title like that.
Sorry, Gobbo Abbey.
There you go. I'm pretty sure that Abby would be a goblin at them. Thank you, Sawyer Calls, for resubscribing for 30 months. Says extra dimensional space is all the rage these days. Rightly so. So roomy hair out in the void. I try and keep you comfortable. I definitely think Abby would show up as a goblin. You would exist at them. That's terrifying. You exist at me all the time. I should know.
And yeah, so Goblin Macbeth was amazing. We also got to see Paul Gross play King Lear, and he was fantastic in that. So we also got to see him on the walk home, because he was walking back to his apartment as we were walking back to our hotel.
We were just stalking the dude, to be honest.
No, we like, it was one of those things where we were approaching a corner at like the exact same time as him from slightly different angles, because like we had left the theater via different exits or whatever. And
right.
we didn't And it was one of those things where I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Paul Gross, but I didn't want to say anything, you know. And so I asked my fiance, and Badger was like, yes, of course that was. I was like, okay, well, I can't always tell. And then the next day, when we're in the pub, this guy who's sitting next to us gets up and leaves. And I was like, was that Sean Astin? Badger's like, no! I'm like, well, it was Paul Gross yesterday. It might have been Sean Astin today. I don't know.
Bless you, Joe. Anyway.
Yeah.
I need to do some packing.
Okay. No, that's fair.
So
I still have... I'm probably going to keep going for a little bit because I'm not done with all these masks.
Are you on...
I'm on YouTube.
Twitch
so
or YouTube?
Yeah, you don't have to raid me. Just, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm on YouTube today. No worries.
You can drop a link into my chat of your YouTube video currently.
I can once I'm done placing this stick. 1 second.
I'll raid the other lot on somewhere else for those people who are
mask
asleep.
making with zombie Cleo. But yeah. So yeah, y'all can see my Iskall mask, which looks amazing right now. Also, thank you, Mouse Mac, for the 5, who says late to the party since it's October break for my kids this week. I hope everybody's doing good. We are doing well. Thank you. It's going to bring me up to 108. So, Cleo, thank you again for hanging out. And Cleo might have already left the room. Oh, you haven't? Yay!
Oh no, I'm still here. Like I'm sending like the sleepers over to someone else. I'm not going to advertise their stream in your stream.
No, that's fair.
So,
thank you, Cleo.
Actually, I'm going to hang up. Oh, Chris did a welcome to Scotland gift for 20. Thank you very much. Yay. I did not see that. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you. That doesn't show up on my monitors, those super chat things.
Interesting.
That Twitch has. It's because I use different programs. And they've not updated yet.
Gotcha.
So okay, I'm gonna hang up and go over to Joe to watch Joe, and I will send you on to someone different and spooky. But I'll tell you about it after Joe is gone.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, Cleo.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm still technically in the Hermitcraft voice chat room. If any of the other hermits decide to pop in, they are welcome to. Wow, there's a lot of messages in the Hermitcraft chat. That's probably nothing important. Okay. So, let's see. What are we working on? We are working on making masks. If you're just coming in from the Cleo chat, here is the false symmetry mask. I think that one came out pretty well. We've got the Iskall mask. I had to do the hair with color pencil because the printer did not work well. We've got the Isuma mask. Ta-da! That one's actually got sides. The other ones don't really have sides, but that's okay. And then we've got the Etho mask. Yay! That one was not as dark as it could be. Oh, yeah. If I hold up the face camera, yeah, now you can see in the face cam I'm on the lower left there. Hi, I'm Etho, eh? Or, hello, YouTube. It's me, your friend Sideways Isuma, isn't it? Oh, hello. Iskall. Oh, no, the Iskall one actually needs to be reinforced up and down, too, because it doesn't have the sides, the way it printed. See, these other ones don't need to be reinforced up and down because they're, what do you call it? Because of the way I folded these over, that reinforces them. The Iskall one printed differently for some reason I haven't figured out, and needs to be reinforced up and down. So let's go ahead and get that reinforcement in. Switching over to the other microphone. And also flipping these over so we can show them off. Never made it as a wise man. Couldn't cut it as a hermit crafting. Sick of living like a blind man. So I guess I'll look like Etho masking, and this is how we make faces of all of our friends. This is how we make faces, well, not of all of our friends. We're leaving out Cleo, and also a few others that I don't have time to do, but that is okay, 'cause everybody is really cautious about getting offended about stupid things like making masks. Okay, so we're gonna put these in. We're gonna reinforce this here. This is not the strongest shape, let me tell you. The, yeah. Not the strongest shape. Yes. Hey, Avery, I hope you're enjoying the stream. The strongest shape is obviously a triangle. Duh. Will I be writing which of the masks is which on the back? Oh, so I can pick them up easier? No. That's a smart idea. I don't think you understand what we're doing here. Which is, you know, not ideas like that. Okay. So, I'm realizing this is, to do this right, because we've already done this wrong, doing it right is now going to be harder. I could cut these to lengths like this to reinforce the middle. Oh boy, I really screwed this up. Yeah. But like, because this Iskall mask took the longest to make the front of, we really can't just throw it away and start over. Like, we're committed on this one. How many hermits am I making? I really should make Asuma and 6 more. But how many do I have time to make? So far I've got Asuma and 3 others. So, yeah. Time is a factor. Because once... Oh no, that one's wrong. Yeah, once you guys have time to figure out what this is, it needs to be published, is the thing. This needs to go live at the same time everybody else's thing goes live. So... This is problematic here too, in a different way. Okay. Well, this... Okay, it's not flopping forward anymore. It is heavier. But it's got some... It's holding, basically, at least. It's not just falling over. Should have done that differently, but whatever. It's fine. Actually, what I should do is I should put these in under here. That'll pad out so it's the same width as... Yeah, that's actually the way to do it. Hey, we actually solved the problem. Yay. I do worry the holder stick is not going to be strong enough now that we've put so much weight on it, but okay. So knowing that the printer is not going to do dark colors, I need to figure out whose faces would be easiest to print or easiest to fix with the color pencils or markers. Let's come over here to back on the face camera. Okay, I'm going to go to hermitcraft.com and I'm going to look at the members' photos. Bum, bum, bum. What would be... Okay, alphabetically, B-dubs is very near the top. He's got... Oh, Jevin would be easy. Yeah, we should do Jevin. Let's do Jevin next, because his blue has almost... That would be... Yeah, Jevin's going to be... If we're just trying to get as many of these done as possible, Jevin is low-hanging fruit. I should have done him first, but it wouldn't have looked good on, you know, if I'm just being lazy on stream. Okay, so... Jevin... Cool. This is... Yeah, Jevon's going to be a great one to do. Okay. I should probably... Nope, can't move the microphone like that. It hits the TV. Never mind. Sorry. I was going to say I should move... There's probably a way to move the laptop so it's closer to the microphone without unplugging everything. Oh gosh, this was a terrible idea. Ah! It's fine. Okay, so we're done moving the laptop. The laptop moving part of the process is done. So, yes, done with that part. Poor floppy Iscal. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's fix. We've got to get ideally 7 of these. And we've got 4 so far. So we're gonna crop that. And we're gonna export it 700 high. Save. Actually, if we just print it, no. So this is going to be iJevonhead.png. Okay, we're going to print that. We're going to turn off auto rotate, and we're going to rotate layout direction, reverse page orientation. How do I... Landscape. There. Okay, so that's going to fix that problem. Scale to fit. Print. Okay, so we've got the Jevon one printing now. Yep, so we've got an etho mask, an assuma mask, a false mask, an Iscal mask. Now we're about to start on our Jevon. Okay. No, I did that wrong immediately. The paper's too expensive. The paper's too expensive to or the ink is too expensive to reprint. So this one was the side I was gonna fold for reinforcing it, and then I screwed that up. So we are gonna have to cut that there. What about a me mask? Well, I already look like me. Okay, that'll be okay. And we fold this over here on this side to reinforce this one this way. Yeah, we've got tape. We're using white, what do you call it, tape? Duct tape. I don't know where my bone folder is, and it's really bothering me, but I don't want to buy another one. Because, like, I've had that one for, like, 15 years. It seems wasteful. But I know as soon as I buy another one, I'll go to put it somewhere, and I'll find the first one. So maybe it's time for me to just buy another one and then give the new one to my daughter. Once I find the old one. That seems like a better way to... I don't know. Rather than just not having one indefinitely and being annoyed all the time. It's probably in with my work stuff from my last office. Because that's one of those things that I always would just bring my own from home. Because the ones they would have would be terrible. Okay. So we need to cut holes for the eyes. No, yeah, no, it's called a bone folder. So you could imagine why you wouldn't want to just use the one they have at the office. Because it's going to be garbage. It's a bone that's especially shaped for folding things over. Okay, that is not as big as the other one. These are never going to be exactly the same sizes as each other, but getting them closer would be nice. Okay. So, boom. This one. Okay, so we've got the folds on the sides, unlike the Iskall one, which will keep it upright. And then we are going to cut this as well to reinforce it the other way. Oops. I think we actually want to have the stronger sticks here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not sure if I actually really need the ones to stop them from curling on the bottom as much as I need them on the top. Especially if I've got this wide piece here. Okay, so... I feel like if I cut each of these about maybe a quarter. The problem is this is already bending these. Okay. I know I'm doing a lot of muttering. Sorry. But, okay. It's too much. Okay, this will help keep it reinforced along there. Okay. Let me take this. I'm going to have a stick down here, and I think we should be good. Okay. So, when we hold this up... Hey! What up? It's your boy IG7. Hey! Yeah, this feels right. This feels good. Okay. Cool. I should have bought paint stirrers when I was at the hardware store the other day. I was just at the hardware store. And they cost like nothing. This would have been... way... Okay, so let me look back here. Bum, bum, bum. Wells Night would be very easy to print with the light color palette. Yeah. And we're up to... we've got 5 masks made. That's not bad. Okay. Here we go, making a Wells Night mask. Dun, 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 dun. Dang it, printer, stop turning off. Save image to downloads. Open in Photoshop. Let's move this back over here so I'm a little bit more audible, hopefully. Okay, yep. Open with Photoshop. Okay. Image crop. Export image at 700 high. Nearest neighbor, save. Wellshead.png. Documents. Yeah, that looks fine. Print it. Scale to fit. Landscape. Auto rotate. Print. Okay. So So while that prints, just as a reminder, if you're enjoying this craft stream, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Hey. Yeah, so that turned out great. Okay, here we go. So we just cut off the top and bottom then. We fold over the sides. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Dang it, that looks messed up. Okay, here we go. Paper scraps everywhere. That's okay. Hey, Carl Farless. I am having a good day. Thank you for asking. We are making hermit masks. I need to make about 7 of these, ideally by the end of the stream. So far, we've got Jevin, False, Etho, Suma, and Iskal. So it's a work in progress. Working on Wells Night right now. Oh boy. Wow, it's almost been 3 hours. I guess 2.5 hours. But yeah, we're going a little long today because this is a project that needs to get done. So I have time to film with these. Oh, dang it, I did that wrong, didn't I? Ugh. No, triangles are a strong shape. We could just tape it like that. It's fine. Oh, I should actually, before we do that, we should cut out the eyes. A lot of the hermits have very similar eyes. Did you notice that? So then we want to fold this over here at that point. Phase 4 decked out results are going to be released later today. and that's going to be in my next video. That's the only thing my next video is waiting on to publish. Okay. Now, core concept, this'll work. Some of the eyes are lower than other people's, though. Like, Asuma's eyes are higher up, and Etho's eyes are higher up. Jevon's eyes are higher up. The longer I do this, the smaller I'm making the eyes. I'm just like, I feel like they look better with smaller eyes. Okay, this one's actually too wide maybe for this, but... Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna shorten this a little bit. I'm gonna cut across there like so, and cut from the other direction like so. Personal Zombie says there's only like 3 shapes you see in Minecraft skins. 3 eye shapes you see in Minecraft skins. You're probably right. So, you know what? Maybe, because we need Isuma and 6 friends for this. And maybe for the 6th friend, it'll just be me without the masks. And I can be friend number 6. That does seem like a time savings, but it's kind of anticlimactic. Maybe, oh, you know what I do? Okay. So maybe I'm friend 1. So it looks like it's going to be me talking to Asuma. And then friend 2, I bring out like False or Iskall. Yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. Okay. The tape is going to cover the eyes if I'm not careful there. I messed this up. Somehow, I've managed to make... This is the 6th one, and this is the one that's all messed up. You'd think I'd be getting better at these, but I'm probably just getting more tired. Okay, so who do we got? We have Wells Knight. We have False Symmetry with her custom painted eyebrow. We have Iskall with all of his hair custom. Okay, yeah, this stick for Iskall is not wide enough. That's actually bending already on its own. Might need to tape a pencil or something behind that or something to reinforce it. Maybe if I... this in on either side here. There's probably a way to add tension to this by laminating it. Would laminating this help? Actually, yes. That helps significantly, even though shockingly. Okay. So we've got Iskal. Okay. Let's run through this. Let me pull this up. So we have Asuma. Then we have friend 1. We're not just playing Minecraft. Friend 2. And then back to Asuma. Then friend 3 comes out. Friend 4. Wait. Hold on. Friend 2, friend 3, friend 4, friend 5, friend 6. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna make this work. Okay. Yay! So, okay, we have now a whole bunch of different hermit masks that don't look terrible in my opinion. These are screen-ready props. Yay! So thank y'all for hanging out. Let's go ahead and do last call for tips. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat if you've been enjoying this. Okay. So, let's see. What do we want to do while we wrap up? I was going to originally use this paracord to tie the masks onto the back of my head, but that doesn't make sense. Oh, we should probably do a screen test. We should probably do a screen test with the masks. Okay, so if I switch this to Ollie mode here, and then I stand back here. Okay, so the camera we'd have to angle up higher, or I'll have to kneel while recording this, but we're not just playing Minecraft. I mean, that works, I think. That's... Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to move what out of the way? The chair. I'm gonna have to get that green screen in front of there a little bit better. But okay. Hey, Nico and Indy. Let's see. Does the Iskal one? It chromas out Iskal's eye. So that's okay. 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 So that's the chair. Is in frame there. We can get the chair out of the way. Presumably without unplugging everything. Okay. So then we have false mask. Nope, there's still something in frame. Oh, that's the computer table. We can move that out of the way as well now. Okay. So we have a completely clear frame, basically. Okay. I'm feeling good about this. How does the Asuma one look? That's actually in some ways the most important one. Do I look like Asuma? Hello, YouTube. He's also the only one that's really got much on the sides here. But I think it works. Okay, so... Cool. We have everything we ostensibly need to get an episode out this weekend. Woo! Okay. Well, let's see. Did we give everybody a chance for those last minute tips to roll in? Looks like yes. So, I think we're going to wrap up here. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I've got... Oh, wait. We don't even... Hold on. The camera is not at high res. Oh, because we had the other camera. Whoa. Nope, we don't want that. Let's switch back to arts and crafts real quick. We have to disable this camera in order to power up the other camera. Okay, so let's power up this camera and actually... So, properties, We want this at 4K. Okay. Yeah, that adds some lag. Which won't be super obvious. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Properties. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so I think we're going to wrap up here. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate your help and advice. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.